Welcome to another body management video. I'm Tanya Ross and I'm going to lead you through softer versions of the cat stretches as well as child's pose. So if you're finding it difficult to be able to get onto the floor, or if there's certain reasons why not only your ankles, your knees, your hips will not allow you to get down to the floor or get back up again, then there are softer versions that you can do which will still hopefully give you a stretch if you're particularly tight and around the mid to lower back area and maybe down the sides of the body as well. So with this stretch, you can certainly watch the video about how to stretch. That way you'll know the guidelines that I'm giving in full detail as a suggestion of how you stretch. But you'll need a chair with a back on it that's high enough, maybe around about sort of hip height, that you're going to be able to use to, I don't mean lean into, but just to press on as you're going into the stretch. Something that's sturdy enough and that won't give on you. So you're going to stand back a little bit from the chair, have your feet around about hip distance apart just for comfort and for balance, and have the knees soft. So we're going to take it in through the cats first of all. As you tilt the tail under, as if you're tucking your tail between your legs, you're trying to round through the lower back and then allow the head to relax out. A little push against the chair as if you're drawing your chest bone in. So you might find that maybe that gives you a little bit of a stretch in around that mid-back area. And what you can do is you can vary that. So if you decide that, okay, maybe I don't feel that too much, I can move my feet back a little bit. So I'm almost into that horizontal position. If we were doing it from the floor, you would be on hands and knees, hands under shoulders and knees under hips. So if we're into that more of a long back position, we're still curling the tail under as if it's going between your legs. The ribs are drawing up as if you're pulling your ribs through the back of the body, the chest bone. And then the arms are lengthening, but a little reach, and then relax the head. So again, this maybe feels like it's either down around the sides of the body, maybe into the mid-back. And the more you kind of curl under, maybe the more you bend your knees, the more you feel it pulling a little bit further down on the back. Now the opposite to that then, so that would be the sad or the angry cat stretch. So you could take it into the happy cat position, which would be the opposite. So again, you might find that maybe for this position that you need to modify and come a little bit closer in. And again, you're going to lift your tail. So if we're starting it from the pelvis, you're lifting your tail, you're trying to bring that lumbar curve in. Draw your shoulder blades down the side seams of your body and almost pull them down your back. So your chest is moving through and forward through your arms. You're trying to keep the head roughly in line with the back, so not forcing it back, but just feeling where it naturally wants to go without feeling strain in the neck. So again, you might find that maybe that is a position, again, just isn't quite enough. And you can take it back into that, again, long back position. Knees are bent, this tailbone is lifted. And then again, you're almost imagining that you're trying to push down in the chair, pull the shoulders down the side seams to bring that arch into the back. So the recommendation is that you can certainly hold each of these positions to feel the stretch that they bring and hold them till the ease. But what's very good with these positions is to essentially just mobilise. So you're going to move from one position to the other. So if I start with that closer position, tail between the legs, feel it drawing up the spine, lengthening through the arms, relax the head, and then changing, lifting the tailbone, draw the shoulder blades down the side seam, pull the chest through the arms, and allow the eye line to lift. So you can use whichever breath pattern feels useful, maybe using an out breath as you round, and then the in breath as you go to cow or that happy cat position. And you can mobilise maybe around about sort of 4 or 5 times through each, whatever feels good in your own body. And you can certainly start from the tailbone, or you can start from the middle of the body and move. We're going to go for that position again, just that longer back option. So in that position, if I was to start from the tail, again, I would be curling under, a little push down with the arms, out breath, and then lifting the tailbone, sinking through the rib cage, draw the shoulder blades back, and a little lift of the head. So again, 4 or 5 times through there. Now I could change the breath pattern. You don't have to use the breath pattern I've suggested. You could go into that round back and take an in-breath. And what that will do is it will open up the rib spaces. So you might actually feel when the ribs open, you feel a little bit more of a stretch. So again, you can play with that and see what feels better. So maybe using the in-breath as you round, and then the out-breath as you relax and draw length into the spine. If you wanted to move from the middle of the back, then that would be using your rib cage essentially. So that whenever the rib cage changes, it pulls up, then you draw the tail under and relax the head, a little push with the arms, or maybe sinking the rib cage to lift the head and lift the tail. So whichever feels better in your own body. And then certainly from there, the extension to that. If that feels quite good, you can stay with that. If that felt strong enough, maybe you don't need to go on to the next one. But the next one would be child's pose, which again, if you can come into that long back position, supported with the chair, lengthening the tailbone out behind you and softening through the knees. So essentially what you're trying to do is almost drop your shoulders to the floor, so it's your own body weight that's pressing down. And you can decide whether do you need to be a little bit further so you get the reach of the arms, making sure that again you're trying to keep the sense that the chair is stable. So the more you're able to sink down through the armpits, the more that stretch comes down through the sides of the body. And again, if you need to vary it from there, then you can pop, say, the right hand on top of the left. That will bring a little bit more stretch into one side. Maybe even pulling your rib cage back to the right if the right hand has moved to the left. And then again, you can try it to the other side, pausing for a number of breaths to find that ease and just demoing the position. But again, sinking through the armpit, maybe moving the ribs to the side where you feel the stretch. And even as you do that, breathing in to the position where you feel the stretch will very often increase the stretch because it will expand the rib cage. So if you feel the stretch in through there and you breathe into that area, you will feel it increasing the stretch at that point. So every time you come out of a stretch, go slow. So especially if you have a back issue. So the way that I came up from the stretch, slowly in but slowly out, maybe walking the feet in, pressing down with the arms to help lift the spine as you come back up again. So it's taking it slow, making sure that you respect what your body's telling you, what information that you're hearing from your body. And don't force it. Go to wherever it feels like it's a comfortable stretch, somewhere like 5 to 7 out of 10. Wait for that to ease and then maybe you can go a little bit further. But certainly watch the video on how to stretch to give you some more guidelines before you really take it into any of the stretches. But hopefully that's another alternative to give you if it feels like you're not able to take it down onto the floor. And yeah, let me know, how does it go? Leave a comment below and let me know whether you feel that you would like to have some more videos on any certain area that may help you. You can drop us a like for this video if you find it useful, and subscribe to the page. Select to have the notifications, and that way the little bell will let you know when with more content uploaded for you. So yeah, thanks for watching, and hopefully that feels like that's loosened you out a little bit.